got me here. I heard it was about to happen, that the Christmas songs were about to begin. I thought I better get on here and get you guys going. So we have some fun stuff today. Oh my gosh, we've been working hard, guys. Holy cow, we've been working hard. But the good news is the pod is done, the garage is done. Scrap has already been here and moved. They say a third, I say maybe a quarter of everything out there. They got back to the warehouse and they started unloading the truck at Scrap. And he said, I know you told me this was good stuff. And I know you told me we'd be excited to get it, but I've never had so much fun opening boxes. So he said, we're having a blast listing all this stuff. We want to know when we can come back and get more. So, so I guess that our donation strategy is being successful too. Anyway, oh my gosh. So
Santa Claus, by the way.
I'm Santa.
Now they're singing up on the housetop.
Oh, it was like Christmas for them. Honestly, they're just so excited they can't even stand themselves. They're really having fun. So that's really neat for me because it makes me feel better about giving away 200 boxes of stuff when I know that it's going to someplace that really appreciates it and is going to do a lot of good work with it. So shall we do some What's New Wednesday? Oh my gosh, I got some fun stuff for you today. Let me see if there's more in. Is there more of this, Beverly? Yeah, here
Yeah,
it is.
it was all in order.
Oh, well, I didn't get it out in order. Okay.
Okay, so from here back and then that side.
All right.
And right here.
Okay, let's start out with some Beverly Eden that I think is going to make you very happy.
So
wait till you see what I have for you.
Hi,
I think the best way to do this is probably just to start with the paper kit and we'll take a look.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. All right. So this Beverly Eden kit, paper kit, is called Summer Gnomes. Those of you who are my gnome lovers in the group are just going to be beside yourself with this. Can we come in a little closer? It looks like it's single-sided paper, so we can probably come in close. Oh, hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Roberta.
If it's any consolation, the reason I was a minute late is that I was listing some things that I have not yet had the opportunity to hit my discount key on, but there's some things I think you'll be very excited about. So this is our Summer Gnomes kit by Beverly Eden, and it's by the Paper Boutique. And let's take a look at what we have. Here are our background papers. Let's see what it says here. Paper pad and die cut 8x8. It says they're 160 and 300 GSM papers. These right here will be the 160s, I'm sure. Show me the die cuts, guys. Here's a second trip through the background papers. There they come. There's the dies. Okay. Here be the gnomes.
I love them all in their little cute summer attire.
Can you guys hear Margie? You have to speak up, Margie, I think, because I'm not sure they'll hear you. Can you guys hear me okay? We've had some problems with that in recent weeks, so I want to make sure you're hearing me. Margie says they're so cute in their little summer attire.
No. No what?
No, you couldn't hear Margie, or no, it's not okay, or
Margie, no.
Yep, Margie, no. Yes,
Sorry,
I hear
guys.
Debbie. Okay, a little bit on Margie. Me, good. Okay, I'm going to turn this just a little bit. So maybe we stand a chance that we can pick us both up. How's that? Is that good?
Is that a little bit better? They've got cute little, oh, is that tea and scones?
Yes, tea and scones. I love this one. Fishing in the pail. That's adorable. I gotta say, that's adorable. And riding in the wagon.
They are cute.
Hi, Pam. I love the fishing in the bucket. That's just adorable. So this is Winter Gnomes. That's the paper kit. Let's see what else we have here.
Do you want me to put that one away?
Yes, there tend to be a lot of similarities between the kits. So I'm not as familiar with how the Paper Boutique does things, but I do know
inserts and
that you guys love. Here's the, I don't think I have to take these out.
Yeah.
Here's the cardstock colors that match.
I love their papers.
And this one's called Finishing Touches, so I believe it's the one that has the sentiments and things in it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some borders and the like, I don't know. Let's find out.
And
We'll see it together because I'm seeing it for the first time. I ordered it because I knew you'd love it, but I haven't seen it yet. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at the font. That's a fun font. Best wishes with love and best wishes. Happy birthday. Birthday celebrations. I love that kind of snow time. I have not seen that. Annette, I'm sure we don't have it, Margie. It doesn't ring a bell at all. Do you know who makes it? Look at those. These are cute. I think these are almost cuter than the toppers themselves. Look at these. That little gnome looking around the corner, and they're adorable.
And then you've got the bigger ones in there too.
Oh yeah, you sure do. And the daisies around his head. Oh my gosh, that's cute. And these are dressed like bees. That's just too funny.
It's Crafts Consortium.
Craft Consortium. I might be able to get it all look okay. Margie said it's Craft Consortium, so I'll look and see what I can do. These are cute. And then there's our borders. There's littler greetings, a lot of them. Wow. This is a really rich book here. It has a lot of images in it. More borders. I'm working with a slightly injured finger today. My paper box has got me again and again and again. I cut this one across the cuticle, way down deep, and then I think it got infected as I was working with it. It is one sore little finger. Yeah, it's a very sore finger. You got all those nerve endings. It's not like it's such a serious injury. Just you got all those nerve endings in there. Okay.
Pam says she loves these. She's a gnome freak.
Okay, let's look at the inserts. The inserts look like they have room to stamp your own or write your own sentiment in them. Oh, this one's not bound. Well, that should be easy, theoretically. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can. I think we're going to have to go out just a little. There we go. That's good. Oh, these are cute too. I like the little larger images. See, these wouldn't be inserts. These would be card fronts.
Betty says she's making explosion boxes out of
Oh, I'll bet it's great. Aren't these cute? Oh my God. I went through a number of my, is Mary R out there yet? I went through a number of my purple Band-Aids over the last couple of weeks.
Alice, I would agree with you. You could use these for cards.
Oh, these are wonderful.
They're not, Alice said ghosted.
Yeah, they're wonderful. They could, these inserts would be fabulous because you could almost make the card out of the left side and then use the white side.
Yeah.
For your matching insert paper. Mm-hmm. Really, really cute. I like these a lot. I knew you guys would like them.
you at a repeat.
Am I at a repeat now?
I don't
Okay.
know. I'm not
Okay.
positive
I'm going to give these
myself.
to you because I do believe they're repeating at this point. So they're really cute, though. I love that Beverly set. That's beautiful. So that was fun.
You know what? And that maybe remembering is that we had a gnome one last Christmas.
We did. We had Gnome Christmas.
But
It was a hunky dory.
It was hunky dory, but remember we got some of the paper boutique.
Oh, we did. Yes,
yeah,
we did.
It matched the same artist, and yeah. But those were sold out almost immediately.
Yes, they were. We sold those out just really fast, and they haven't had them back. You never know with these paper companies whether they'll redistribute something or not. This is a paper craft kit magazine combination from Lisa Horton. This is a new one. I haven't bought Lisa Horton's before, so you guys tell me what you think, but it looks pretty cute. This one comes with the magazine, and let's see how many. Oh yeah, it looks like here, we look at these papers inside. We can get a good idea of her style. Let's see, I'll turn it around this way. And let's see what we get. How's that? Better? There we go. Good. Single-sided, well, no, they are double-sided papers because they have solids on the back. This will give us a good idea of her style. And we'll look at her dies and things. So that's kind of retro 60s there. I gotta say, finding all the old treasures, now there were a lot that I didn't consider treasures, enough that, boy, it was painful though. I gave away some really, really, really good stuff, but finding some of the old treasures, I was like a kid in a candy store. You're gonna see some of my favorites today, just a little bit. Okay, so there's the papers. There's quite a bundle of papers, and from first look, it does appear that she has the entire book is filled with designs for using those papers. So I always appreciate it when they do that. So 72 bright and fun makes to get your crafting to get your crafting tonight. I'm not sure that makes a lot of sense, but okay. Oh, this is pretty. I love this big heavy plaid in the embossing folder. That's really cool. See that? That's cool. I would use that a lot. That's beautiful. And I do like it when they screen on the front of the embossing folders what the pattern is. Hot off the press used to do that.
You could even put in a mixture of inks to get more of a rainbow effect.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm going to put this in front of white so you can sort light. It wasn't a great plan, but it was my plan. Here's the stamp set. These are fun. Just fun, happy little stamps. Okay, and then she put in these enamel bubbles, which I've never seen them put the enamel dots in one. You guys might have, because maybe you see more of these than I do, but that's new. And you get dice. So actually, by the time that you figure the papers, the instructions, the embossing folder, the stamps, the dies, and the enamel dots, these alone can run $4. So that's a pretty good value, and I think we have this priced at $19.99. You'll have to check me, but I do believe that's what it is. It's very happy set. I like that it's very happy. Okay. All right. So slide this back in here. If somebody gets one that's open, you'll see that, you'll know that I was just showing everybody what's in it. I think we only have 6 of each of these magazines. So 5 or 6, maybe even 5. It might just be 5 of each of these. So if you see one you want, don't wait, because these magazine card kits are very popular. For good reason. You really get a lot of value in them. Okay. All right, next one. This one is called Papercraft Collection from Craftworks Cards. Let's see what we get in here. Okay. All right. Oh, this is nice. Right off the bat, look at the size of the stamp set. That's cool. I love all the scripted names.
It's nice.
That's really nice right off the bat. Here's our paper pack.
Angela says hello.
Hi, Angela.
A little late this evening.
Good to see you, friend.
So were we.
Yeah, I was a little late too. Okay, we've got some tags and different floral images.
And for those of you that have been here since 4.
Oh, yes, by the way, that's not me changing my time, guys. I'm so very sorry. We're going to have to meet our executive producer. That's what we'll call him tonight. Bryce.
Him, not her.
About the head and shoulders, because he just made a mistake. He just made a mistake on the time. We're always at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays. Here's our schedule, and be suspicious of any changes you don't hear me announce otherwise. We are at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays, at 4 o'clock on Thursdays, and at 2 o'clock on Saturdays. That's our locked in schedule. And unless you hear me announce it otherwise, because maybe we have an early start for a long class or something, it's always going to be that 5 Wednesday, 4 Thursday, 2 o'clock Saturday.
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific time. It's nice when you do that, Sharma, if you can find an organization like Scrap in your area, or give it to teachers, that kind of thing, because it just makes you feel so good that those things that you have loved and that you're willing to part with go to somebody who's going to give them a whole new life. I find it wonderful. I mean, it was painful. I'm going to tell you, I like my stuff. And if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have bought it to begin with. And so to part with so much stuff, that it was hard. It was hard to do, but
especially the stuff in the pod, because it was good stuff and you hadn't seen it for a really long time, so it's almost like new discovery.
Yes, exactly. And yet there's only so much room to store stuff, and I don't know if I've told you this before. One of the reasons why I had such an immense stash is because several times over the years, I've bought operations that were going out of business and took over their inventory. I did that twice with local craft stores. And I did that twice with internet craft stores. And so not only did I get stuff, I got very large volumes of stuff. The local craft stores were harder to list than some of the internet finds, because at least with the online stores, they tended to have a little bit more of each thing and not such a wide inventory. But with the craft stores, they might have 10,000 SKUs, and they had 1 or 2 each of half of those items. And boy, a lot of what I let go was that kind of stuff, where there was 1 or 2 of a kind, and I just couldn't take the time to list everything individually. I didn't lose money because I paid cents on the dollar for the stores when I bought them, you know, the remaining after their closeout inventory. But I just could not, in my heart of hearts, justify keeping all of that stuff on in storage anymore. And it was very painful because a lot of it I loved. But I felt so good when Scrap called today and said, "We are so excited by these boxes." They came and got their first load, and they called and said, "Oh my gosh, this is great stuff." Okay, so we looked at the papers, we looked at the book.
I like this book. It's got a lot of, rather than just the card, just the cards, it's got a lot of that stamping, stenciling, some of those things that we're really starting to branch out in
Yeah,
our class.
more project-y kinds of things.
And both boxes
good.
are $19.99.
Excellent. So, oh, look here. Okay, so this has a large stamp set, as we talked about. That's a big one. That's an A5 set. Half of it, adorable scoreable. And then they've got a stencil on the other side. I don't know how much you can see the stencil because it is...
Actually, the black kind of just shines through it from the stamps.
Yeah, so you can see that it's kind of that same rosy pattern that she has on her paper and the stencil. The handicap group is great, Sharma. That's awesome. I've given a lot of things over the years too to like nursing home coordinators. They don't have much of a budget usually. And I've done that. I've given them to teachers. And okay, this is Paper Garden. It looks like kind of
floral domes.
A floral dome. It sure does. Yeah. So we've got a die set, a big stamp set, a stencil, the paper pack, and the instructions. So that's pretty rich too. It just depends on your preference for the art style, really. Both are good values, but the art style's fairly different in both of them. I can't tell I got rid of anything.
I was just about ready to read that.
Margie and I were just talking about the fact that we just did get this classroom looking great a couple weeks ago. Then we started the garage project and more and more and more stuff came in. So our job for tomorrow is to organize, find homes for, and just... Here, you can put that back in there too. Find homes for and just kind of coordinate what we've decided to keep and brought in. Okay, we have restocked. I know that a lot of you love the heavier cards. I also know a lot of you are really impassioned about A2 cards. So here's some cardstock packs. Once again, we've had them before. Every once in a while, I put them on sale. In fact, this was one of our Purple Light specials, as I recall, in our last party. Remember, the party is coming up on what day?
The 26th.
The Sunday, the 26th of September, and we all have it on our calendars, do we not? Everybody has it on their calendar. So this was a Purple Light special in our last one. I'm not promising it will be again. I'm just saying that we even put good stuff in our Purple Light specials. So really good stuff.
Well,
and some of the really
have good stuff.
Yeah, some of the really good stuff I just pulled out of storage too. There's some really good stuff there. Okay, so
Diane
A2.
wants to know what time.
I don't have a time yet, but I will announce as soon as possible. Margie and I need to coordinate that together with Ashley, who's going to be our executive producer that day.
Yay!
Isn't that going to be fun? I've already talked to her, and she says Ashley is going
Are
to.
you sure that Ashley doesn't want to get behind the camera? And in front of the camera?
Yeah.
Show off her cute little baby bump?
I don't know if you guys knew that our Ashley's having a baby. We're so excited. We're on kind of a baby high here. Ashley's having a baby. Okay, so anyway, 300 GSM A2 cards. They're back. And 300 GSM. Now, we have these in a bigger pack from Craft Style, but every once in a while, one of you asks me, Debbie, can't you get those 300 GSM in something other than a 50 pack? Here you go. Here you go. There you go. 10 pack from Craft Perfect. It's out there in the store now. And we got, why did I get this? I don't know why I got this. 3 millimeter by 3 millimeter by 2 millimeter. Okay. Oh, I don't know why. I think it's actually kind of exciting. I don't remember what my thought was in ordering it, other than see how narrow it is. This is shaker card tape that's very narrow. It's 3 millimeters deep, so you actually get that higher, a higher size from it. So it's 3 millimeters square, and it's 2 millimeters wide. So it's very, very narrow, but as we know, shaker tape has a very, very good adhesion. Now, one of the things they say on here, though, that I really like is that it says it's double-sided, it says it's acid-free, it says it has delayed adhesion power. So if you had to pop it up to fix something, you could for a second, and then you just better leave it alone. So there we go. Mounting tape in 2 millimeters wide. All right, you guys have been asking about star forms. I'm gradually bringing them back. This time of year, it's really hard for me to for skinny fingers. It's really hard for me to restock huge amounts of star forms at one time because it's a huge order, you know, because you have to order a quantity of each one. But I'm bringing them in gradually. And these are some of the colored star form border stickers. Now, I don't have a lot of some of them because I just bought out what they had available in some of these colors. They don't seem to be bringing them back. But this is beautiful. Look at that aqua turquoise kind of color this is. So you know what you're looking for. These are 7010s. And look at that aqua turquoise kind of holographic color. Those are beautiful. And you guys know enough about our peel stickers at this point to know what you can do with these beautiful, beautiful outline or border stickers. This one is called Glitter Black, and it's also 7010. Now that's interesting. Oh. It's supposed to be glitter black. It's actually glitter blue. Oh, no, it's not glitter black. It's glitter blue. I don't read well sometimes. Oops. This is glitter blue. It's beautiful, though, isn't it? Ooh, pretty. Okay. So that one was not black, but blue. Let's see if I can read better this time, just for the heck of it. Let's try Holographic Silver with Gold. So when it says that, it means that the paper itself is silver holographic, and then the bordering that they've done is in gold. The first pack is called Turquoise, Holographic Turquoise with Silver. Kathy girl. Okay, next up, Holographic Silver with Gold again. So we got 2 packs of those. 7010 Holographic Red with Gold border stickers. Those are rich and beautiful. Aren't they pretty? Love those. Next one up is Holographic Pink with Silver.
There's definitely the pink there. It looks almost silver on the camera, but you really see the pink in person.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a better shot for getting the color. Just hold it still and not be waving it around. Holographic Gold. Okay, so we're down to like one or two of a kind here. But Brittany loved me for this. Holographic gold on gold. Looks like I have one pack. Holographic red with gold. It looks like I have one pack. Holographic. Oh, nope, this is glitter violet with silver. One pack. Wow. Really? I wonder,
Is
maybe.
it plausible that she just set the rest of them aside?
It's possible. Maybe there's more in the system, guys. I'm hoping that.
I would think so.
Yeah, because I can't imagine they only sent.
Show on stream, and we're
We're
back.
back. Okay. All right. Are we back?
I sent a text
Okay.
chat message.
Oh, good. We're back. All right. So the one that I was holding up in front of my face was glitter black with silver. And I think we determined that maybe Brittany just gave me one of a kind because the stack was getting too big. I'm hoping there's more of some of these. Okay. Maybe you could check that.
I
Look at
was just
70,
getting
10.
ready to.
Glitter silver with gold. We have glitter turquoise with silver. That's pretty with the glitter. That's beautiful. Okay. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I know they had these, so I'm sure that's what's happening is that Brittany only gave me one of a kind, but there's more. Oh, we have an echo now. Can you turn off the echo?
Try that.
Is that better? Yeah, that was not an echo. That was Margie and I asking at the same time. All right. Yes, all these are borders. They are stickable borders like dazzles or peel stickers. These are all borders. And as you can, maybe I can get in close enough. Let's see. Maybe I can find one that has higher contrast so you can see the kinds of borders. There you go. I'll try and hold it still. There you can see the kinds of borders. Now, when you peel these off, don't assume you can't use those in-between ones because those in-between ones sometimes have really interesting shapes. And when I use one of these sheets of stickers, I can tell you I almost always use everything on the sheet, even the in-betweens, because the in-betweens can be beautiful patterns. There are no corners on these. 7010 is just a border sheet. So when you don't have corners, one of the things that I like to do is just I like to do some creative things with them. If I don't have corners, I'll overlap and take the border side to side. So it kind of creates its own corner. Or sometimes you can do things like creating 2 or 3 lines of various sizes down one side of your card and don't take the sticker all the way around the edges. There's a lot you can do just with, excuse me, I drank that pop really fast and now it's trying to give me the hiccups.
Yes, we do have more in the store.
Yes. And you can also, just FYI, like this one is the transparent glitter with the gold. You can use gold corners with this too. or silver corners with the silver one. Now I have to take another swig of pop to see if I can stop the hiccups I got started. We're having all manner of technical difficulty today, including with our on-screen personality, glitter pinks with silver, and glitter orange with silver. So I have every color they had in 7010, because some of these colors have gotten very, very hard to get. So there we go. 7010 new Starform stickers. I will put a link in the newsletter for you. Next up, let's see what we get. I haven't been through all these yet, so I'm seeing this stuff as you're seeing it, because I spent my week outside.
I wonder why you were doing that.
Brittany came and helped me. I think I told you that we wanted to send some things to one of our customers who had said, we're teaching a scrapbooking class to high schoolers, and I sure could use some donations. Well, she certainly asked at the right time. And so we just kept throwing stuff on a pallet we called Scrapbook Lady. I know I shouldn't say that, but that's what we called our pallet. This was Scrapbook Lady. And, there was no way we could send her a pallet. So then we had to winnow down that pallet to something less huge than the pallet we had outside. So Brittany came outside and helped me go through the pallet we had designated as Scrapbook Lady and get it into 3 or 4 boxes that we could then further winnow down to get what we could really ship. And so, yes. What was my moral to my story there?
Brittany.
Brittany escaped most of the outdoor garage work.
She did.
But she got in on winnowing down the pallet, which just getting from the pallet down to 3 or 4 boxes to bring in was an entire evening's work.
I can imagine. It was one huge box with about 5 or 6 other medium to small size boxes around it. And that was before you'd gotten through the pod.
Yeah, it was humongous. So that was fun. Anyway, yes. So Brittany ended up getting in on enough of it that she said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I was smart enough to stay out of that business. I want to show you these Simon Hurley stamps that just came in. I've got a bunch of Simon Hurley on back order, and we showed you one of these before. This is a different style. This is another one of those Simon Hurley break apart stamps. I love that they do this. Instead of giving you all one great big stamp, which you can use this all as one great big one if you want to, but he creates these in a manner where some of the pieces break off as separate stamps, which I think is just really, really clever. That's very clever. So we have this new Simon Hurley stamp in. This one is called, FYI, this one is called Bold Blossoms. HUR 77954. I'm putting that in there for my benefit more than yours, because sometimes when I go to list these in the newsletter, I take way too much time finding the items. So,
speaking of newsletters, someone requests that you put a link to Etsy in the newsletter.
I will definitely do that. And you know what else I did with my weekend, Vilma? I reopened my eBay store. So we are back up on eBay. I'm trying to put a few things in Walmart. Walmart is really a pain in the butt. I'm sorry, Walmart. You're a fine establishment with good people, I'm sure. But Walmart is a pain in the butt to list to. That's kind of crude thing to say, isn't it? I don't always have good filters, guys. But yes, so we have our own store. We have Etsy. We have Amazon. We have eBay. and we have Walmart.
Isn't that where Bryce? Oh wait, here I can quote Bryce. I think your inside voice is talking out loud.
That's exactly what Bryce says to me. Deborah, you're letting your inside voice out at inappropriate times.
There you go, Bryce.
With all that said, Walmart is still a pain in the butt. Okay, so we may not ever get big on Walmart. We have the store, we have the approval to sell on Walmart, which takes an act of Congress. Yeah, that may have been shut down as we're speaking. That's true, it may be gone now. Well, as I explained last week, Margie's losing it over here, guys. It's not uncommon when we're working. It's not uncommon when we're working with that. They tell us how you really feel. Sharma says. It ticked me off a little bit here. We're kind of working our way. We're keeping the presence on Amazon because Amazon's great for some things, but Amazon really has some bad seller policies these days. And so we're wanting to cut our reliance on Amazon somewhat. So anyway, now that I have ranked on everybody, I love working in Etsy. If you ever thought about how am I listed on Walmart as simply special crafts, but you won't find much there. There's 2 listings out there right now. It took me hours to put them out there. So I may or may not put more. I think I'll try again because I really feel compelled to.
Maybe it's just a little bit of practice.
On I can't let it beat me, but this conversation will fit right in.
we were kind of.
Margie was scanning your conversation before we started. Okay, anyway, I think we should talk about new products for a while, should we? I have new memory box, and I have exciting news. Some of this new memory box is going to be in Britt's Bargain this week. It's not there yet, but it will be. So we have this absolutely gorgeous flower swag die, sketch flower spray, 3 flowers in the middle, and then these kind of little open leaf fonts coming out from it. I think it's really, really pretty. And it's a good size die. It is 2.6 by 4.9 inches, making it a really good size for a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card. It's really pretty. That one's out there.
So they said that that's how you need to be listed
as the pain in the butt lady. Okay, Mistletoe Swags. That's probably what that may be what Walmart's now calling me when I go to sign in. They'll say your name has been reassigned. You are now. Here's Mistletoe Swags. I will tell you, this looks really beautiful above and below a topper. Learn how to hide my feelings. Not anything I have ever what are called pitas? Is that the
pain in the butt ladies?
Oh, okay. All right.
Just the nicer version.
Got it. This swag looks really good above and below a topper, though, with that circle kind of shadowed in. You can see what that would look like. You know, you put a topper between those two. Really, really, really pretty. Mistletoe Swags. And let me tell you the size of these. These are 2.6 by 1.6 inches. In fact, that's actually smaller than I would have guessed. Let's pull that out and take a look at what that actually looks like. I remember that song, Don't Cry Out Loud. Oh, it's not a bad size.
Oh,
there it is.
Have it all in one die, so you don't.
Yeah, it cuts both dies at the same time.
I like those kind. They make great little pieces that you can put underneath birds or animals.
Yeah.
In some ways that kind
I
of
can
give
see
it that little bit
I can see that. That'd be great. Okay. All right. For anybody who's been thinking about opening a store to sell their cards, I will tell you, Etsy was really, really easy. It's easy to set up and it's easy to list to. So, of the marketplaces, boy, that's a good one. Okay, this one is called Mistletoe Wreath, and it actually has included with it an extra little piece for those little need something to put my, for my bird to sit on, kind of. That's a nice size there. Look at that. That's good. That's a good size one. So some of these are going to be on Brit Sparkin this week. You're not going to believe it. You know what else I love about Memory Box? Not only are they really, really good dies, and they're made of hardened steel. These are still a die company, I've said this before, I think, that is making their dies in the United States. And I appreciate that. There's just not a lot of our die companies anymore. Not even Tattered Lace is making them in the United States. So I appreciate that they are doing that. This is a pretty one. This would be a gorgeous size. The flowers in both corners and then the big open frame in the middle. This die measures, 3 by 4.1 inches. So again, a perfect size for your 4 1/4 by 5.5 cards. This would be really, really pretty to back these flowers. Either back it or cut this, cut just the corners out of a piece of like holographic paper or glitter paper, and then take the little push out pieces and then insert them back into your die to color these flowers. They're very pretty, and it'd be beautiful out of like a metallic, but it would be very, very pretty to actually use the scraps out of a second cutting with this to fill in colors.
And you can use your new bow drops as well.
Oh, good idea, Margie. See, she's just full of them. She has these. She's full of a lot of things, but
it's not nice.
But she does come up with these little quick things. She says that actually, you think about it, they make a lot of sense. She comes up with great ideas constantly. That's why I love having Margie around. She's awesome. She's awesome. Look at this.
Just because I know that on Wednesdays we try and keep it at a certain limit, but I know we've got a lot of little things to show, so it's $5.52.
Okay. Look at this sailboat die. The anchors in the corners. How cute is this? I love this set. This used to be really expensive, and it may show as expensive on our store. Watch Brit's Bargains. Watch Brit's Bargains, because this sailboat die, I'm telling you, it is one you're not going to want to miss. Don't miss it. Look here. I think we can presume this is the same size, 4 by 4 outside. The next frame in this frame, the round circle with the trees in it, is 3.4 inches around. See the heart in the trees? See that? You got the trees coming up and the branches form a heart there. Isn't that cute? Stick a deer in there and you got perfection. You got perfection on paper. Put a deer in that. Okay, this one's 3 by 3, and this is intended to be a stitching die for making little bobbles, little ornaments type things.
So
excellent. Look at you guys going. You're selling your cards. I'm impressed and happy that you're doing that. It gives you more play money. And I know where you can spend that. Little Cupid, 2.1 by 2.1 inches, a circle.
Kathy,
Look.
these are new.
These are all brand new in.
She wanted to know if they were from the pod.
No, these are all new. I'll tell you the stuff from the pod. These are all brand new in. Here is our 2.1 inch stag. You can never have too many deer, guys. You just can't. You can't have too many deer. Here's Cupid on a Swing. Obviously, some of these were on special when I got them because they're a little out of season, but you know that season's coming around again. Look at this heart frame. I love this one. I totally and completely love this one. We got a round circle and we've got our hearts. If you guys ever wondered why I sometimes give a lot more detail and maybe state what to you might be obvious detail, I have one of our customers that tunes in regularly who's visually impaired. And I want her to know, especially when I come across something that is particularly within her taste, that this is one of those because she loves hearts. So this is 4.1, the circle on the outside, and that's just a stitch circle. The circle on the inside is 3.6 inches, and it looks like interwoven wrought iron with hearts and kind of I don't know, what would you call that, little loopy, almost a fleur-de-lis sort of pattern between the hearts, and then it's got two little heart sprigs in the center. And I'm going to say the opening in the center is going to be about 2 inches for stamping of a phrase inside. This is beautiful.
Kim, I think that
beautiful.
Be a pretty shaker
This
card.
would be an awesome shaker card. Yes, it would. All right. Look here, butterfly. Open-winged butterfly with a kind of almost wire-wrapped, almost a wire appearance to the butterfly. It looks like they've woven the wire to create the frames, to create the wings on the butterfly. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And yeah, that really looks like almost like they've embroidered with wire. Okay, here's a Christmas tree frame. The Christmas tree is the focal in front, and then you can put whatever kind of scene you like in the background. Yeah, definitely a filigree look or a crochet kind of look to that butterfly we just looked at. Beautiful. And I didn't say the size of that butterfly. I was remiss in that. That was 3.2 inches wide by 2 inches high. And then the body itself is 0.4 inches by 1.7 inches, which I assume that means they're in 2 separate dies. Or maybe they cut at the same time, but they're in 2 separate pieces. This one, this frame that I was just talking about, the Christmas tree, sits in a stitched frame. The tree, it's 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches high. The tree itself, I'm going to say, is about 2 and yeah, I'm going to say it's 2 3/4 high. The tree itself is.
Brenda, those little circle dies will fit almost inside the Valentine frame. Hope that answered your question. It's so close, you can just set one on top of the other.
Here is the cherry blossoms brackets. It's like a little swag with cherry blossoms moving out either direction. The size of this die is 3.3 inches, and the total height, it's kind of in a swag sort of a configuration. The height is 1 inch. And here's more cherry blossom elements. These are little sprigs of cherry blossoms, little sprig branches with cherry blossoms on them. One branch or one sprig has 2 branches, one sprig has 1 branch, and one sprig has, that's really kind of hard to say repeatedly over and over again. One sprig has 3 branches, They're little tiny flowers. I'm going to say that the flowers themselves are going to be a quarter of an inch or so. Here's love, peace, and joy. I want you to see how big these are. This will cut block letters into your work, or you can cut this out and you can glue your pieces down separately. Now, love, peace, and joy are actually all on the same die. So when you cut this, you're going to get all, if you're cutting it out of your work, you're going to get all three words. But you can take these letters and glue them on individually as well. So it's kind of one of those dual duty dies where it will, there's another tongue twisters, dual duty dice.
Debbie, we're tired.
We are tired. I get really silly when I get tired, and I'm tired today. I have been working my socks off. Look at this one. I love this one. I got to show you this one. I know we're taking time, but it's okay, isn't it, guys? It's okay. We're running a little over.
Hey, some people have been here since 4.
That's true. You've been waiting. So if I was done in 5 minutes, you'd be really angry with me. Dual duty. Yeah, she's typing it. Dual duty, dual duty, dual duty. Look at the size of this one. I love this one. Look at the little 4-petal flowers and the curly stem. It's a good sized die. I think this would be just perfect on a card for kind of attaching this around your toppers. Wouldn't that be fun to just put that right up around your topper? It's beautiful. You can lay it on top, but you could also attach things in it. It's just really pretty. I love this one. It's one of my faves. And it's big. It's big. The flowers with the swirly in the stem are 4.2 inches by 4.1 inches, but it's a really light pattern. The flowers are directly on that curly stem.
Kim's getting a whole new vocab.
Another twin thumb. My mother says she'd rather take a kick in the shin for me to get too tired. My twin thought, my mother said she would rather take a kick in the shin than for me to get too tired because I get the giggles. I do that too, by the way. You got to see me at late night when I'm tired and an infomercial comes on. Oh, I'm ruthless to the poor infomercial people, but I'll have everybody in the room in stitches. Okay, I love this one. This is beautiful. This is called the Champagne Heart. This is a heart shape that is done almost like an ornament. It has a hanger type thing at the very top, and then it's got little branches coming out from the heart. The inside of the heart is smooth, and the outside has the branches on it. And then inside of that die, the outside die is 3.5 by 3.5. Inside of that die, we have another die that is separate, and it is those same branches, but they're kind of woven to look like wrought iron. And that die is 1.9 by 1.8. So your opening inside of here is going to be about 2 by 2 inside that heart, when the smooth edges on the inside, and then you got the beautiful leafy part on the outside.
Kim
That's
says
beautiful.
On white or ivory and over red velveteen.
Yes, beautiful. Or cut it in gold and put it on velveteen. Oh my, or silver on black. Yes, you are so right. You are so right. This is going to be gorgeous.
It's very delicate.
Look at this one. I love this one too. This is called the Bobble Snowflake frame. On the inside, we have a snowflake. That Snowflake die is going to be 1.7 by 1.9 inches. Then we have a frame that is just a stitched frame around that. That stitched frame is 2.3 by 2.3. And then we have a frame featuring parts of snowflakes. It's kind of the same pattern as it is in the interior snowflake, but it starts at the inside edge and works out, so you only have half the pattern of the snowflake, and it's repeated 9 times. No, is that right? 6, 8 times. 8 times around the edge of the frame, both in the corners and in the middle of each side. That is a gorgeous die right there. That is beautiful. And all these little etch lines you see are going to be cut into your mirror board. So this is going to be in a way like the texturing dies. You know how the texturing die I showed you cut all that little? How big is the snowflake frame?
The large one.
4.1 by 4.1 inches at the outside dimension. That is a gorgeous die right there. Here's another stitching die, 3.6 by 3.3. Excuse me, let's try that again. 2.6 by 3.3 inches. There is a picture of this used. I believe there is a picture of this used. If it's not, I'll put it there. There's a picture of this used in the listing, I believe. Each of these, I hope they do anyway, each of these stitching dies. This one you can use a multitude of ways. By the way that you alter your stitching, you can create just fantastic patterns with this one. And this one is 2.8 by 2.8. This die, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I showed it to you last week, but it wasn't actually listed. And so I couldn't find it to link it in the newsletter. So I asked Brittany to put it in the system and then give it back to me so that I could link it in today's newsletter, because several of you expressed interest and then it wasn't there. The vintage Christmas Yuletide frames. This was the one that had the holly in all 4 corners of the outer die. So if you were looking for it last week, you couldn't find it because it wasn't there. You're going to see, excuse me?
Sorry, the stitched ones aren't showing up on the whole page when you've got a whole bunch of little items on one page. But if you click inside to get to the actual listing, in there is the picture of the stitching.
Oh, okay. So when you look at the detail inside the listing, you'll see the stitchery designs. Now, Debbie, if we use these dies to make girls' Valentine's cards for their classmates, what do I say to the mom who brought the mini Snoopy Valentine's class pack for exchanging?
I love Snoopy.
Snoopy's good, yeah. Snoopy's good. That's fine. You know what? They will just appreciate. They will just appreciate the fact that your girls took the time to make those. Even kids get that concept. When Lauren was little, she decided that she needed to make little gift boxes using one of the hot off the press templates for her classmates, and we were going to fill them with jelly beans. And she wanted to do, I believe it was the cupcake one. So it started out for my friends, and I thought 10, we could do that. 10 of the little cupcake holders, 10 of the little cupcake boxes, fill them with jelly beans. Then it was, I can't give them to just my friends. I need to give them to the whole class. So then we went up to like 30. And then she wanted one for the teacher, so we were at 31. And then we went up to all of the office aides, the school nurse who helped her with her diabetes, and some of her at the crossing guard. And we made I'm going to say we started out with Lauren being in the middle of this project. And she petered out after a few hours. And Mom finished all those cupcake boxes. And I think we made like 50 handmade boxes. This was not in the days of die cutting your boxes, friends. This was trace it, cut it templates. Yes, I'm a loving mother. The fact that I did not kill the child is every evidence that I'm a loving mother, that I not only finished the cupcakes, but let the kid live. Okay, you're going to see this again.
Brenda says, the answer to the question about the Snoopy is I lost it again. Tell her you will have cards for sale next year.
There you go. That was a brilliant answer. A brilliant answer. You will see this die again. It will be used in one of my upcoming projects. This is a square snowflake die, and it's kind of hard to see here. I'm going to come way in so you can see it in the corner. See the snowflake on the outside, the snowflake on the smaller die on the inside, and then an individual snowflake. It's just a repeating snowflake pattern all the way around the outside of this. This is a Nellie's multi-frame. You will see it again. This one is a Nellie's frame. And this one is a, what do they call that? It's a spirelli sort of die. It's a spirelli sort of die. It cuts notches here. And these, it's like a sunburst pattern, and it has these little notches cut in between the sunbursts. And after you're done, you flip those back and it doubles up the pattern from this die in a very easy way. Back in the day, we used to do this all by hand. We'd cut it in with a blade. Now we don't have to do that anymore. Now it's cut for us. The inside die, again, it kind of looks like a sunburst. But when you cut this die, it's going to cut a little notch in here, and we're going to fold that back out, and it's going to end up looking like a double flower, which is truly beautiful. This is called, Incure. That's what the art form was called. We used to cut it with blades. Incure, I-N-C-I-R-E. This is called Incure Flower number 2. Cool die, because you don't have to do it by hand. This one is a Nellie's die set, and it's 2 different swags or corners. One has little flowers, the other has little leaves, both really cool. Really cool. They don't tell me the dimensions. I'm going to guesstimate the dimensions to be on the flowers about 2 inches with 4 blossoms. On the leaves, I'm going to say that that is about 2.5 inches out from the corner. This one I love, and you can't see it very well here. I actually cut this one out. I think I've shown you this one before. I think I showed you this one, and I got more of them because I loved it. This is the heart. It's got the light scallopy design around the outside. Excuse me. This cuts a solid mat. Then you have another heart that cuts out within that. You have a third heart cutting die within the inside of that. And on the far inside, you have a snowflake. Here's another one similar. This one's bigger. This is CR121. This is flower dies. It's big though. You're probably going to want to make like a 6x6 card with this one. I think it doesn't show me the dimensions, but I'm going to guesstimate the dimensions to be, let me just look here. I'm going to say the dimensions on the outer petals of this one. My packaging is 6.5 wide. I'm going to say the petals on the outside of this one are 5.5 inches wide. It's pretty though. Okay, whew. I have some corner dies here. They are rose corners. They have beautiful, you can't see it on the other side, unfortunately, in their picture. These have beautiful etching for the roses. Let me see if I can get it at an angle where they show.
There you go.
There they are. You've got rose clusters with leaves, and they create corners. If you want these to look like a doily, what weight paper should be used? I think you could actually go with a light paper. You could even go with a vellum, which might be a very interesting effect to make these with vellum, because I think, I haven't tried this, but I think you would end up with some white work in your vellum because of the pressure of the cutting die. It might be really interesting to try these with vellum. I think you could actually even use text weight paper for these, like printer paper. Okay, this one, there's two of them coming up. These are border dies by Sue Wilson. I got a great deal on these because they were closing these out, but they're beautiful, beautiful borders. Picture using this in place of ribbon for all the things we use, or weave ribbon into it even. Yeah, a good suggestion, Margie. But use it in place of ribbon, cut it twice and put them back to back to create a really pretty border coming down, as well as using this to actually be a square or a rounded off edge on it. Obviously, you cut 4 of these and you put them, you make whatever size square or rectangle you want. Those are your corners. But also picture using this back to back, because that would be really cool. I also see that this could be really, really cool to take this one and cut it 4 times and make a dimension in the middle, a dimensional for the center. Let me see if they give me sizes on Sue Wilson. They do. They're shown actual size. The largest, you might have to do a little conversion from metric, 14.6 by 3.0. So 14.6 is going to be a little less, just a little less than 5 inches by 3.0, which is going to be a little bit more than an inch. And the smallest ones, these, are 4.6 centimeters by 4.6, which is going to make them just about 2 inches. These the brand on these is Sue Wilson. These are good dies. Creative Expression Sue Wilson dies. So think about using these in non-traditional ways. Oh, a gatefold would be beautiful, Kathy, girly girl. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Okay, Paper Boutique has some more sentiments for us. I think I showed you these before. I got more because I loved them. With festive love, Christmas is here, sparkling season and season's greetings.
They're a nice size.
They're very nice size. Here's the size of the actual dies. We have both the words and a shadow, which I always appreciate. And these are from Paper Boutique. These are expensive dies, by the way. They're not going to be expensive, but they are expensive dies. So watch Brit's Bargains for some of those. All right. They won't all be there, but there will be a good number of them.
Yes, they are very heavy.
These are very heavy.
I'm excited about this next part.
I invested, and I mean I invested, in a new storage system. You guys are always asking me how best to store your dies. And one of the things that is extremely useful is to have a magnet sheet in your slip cover with your dies, because it holds everything where it's supposed to be. And if the next best thing is if you can see them, flip through them, make it useful. Books are great for that, and we have a number of storage books that are awesome. But the books can be a little spendy. I saw these and I thought, this is the first time I have seen somebody come up with what I would want to store my shop dies in. I do use some of the books, and specifically for brands, the books can be good. Like I put my tattered lace dies in books where they'll fit. Some of them are too big. But look at these things that Memory Box came up with. This is a pack of 25 magnet sheets. This pack is 5 by 5. You can tell it's like a brick, and it weighs like a brick too. And in the 5 by 5, you can think about this. Think about storing your different dies by season or use in different colors. Here's 5 by 5 clear. Here's 5. I only got 3 colors at this point because I could have gotten all carried away. They make many more colors. And if you guys buy these up and you love these, then I will bring in more colors. But I brought 3 colors to begin with. So you could have like Christmas and everyday and I don't know, a third one, birthdays. I don't know. But I brought 3 different colors of sleeves. Each of these packages, this has 50 small storage pouches. These are heavier than the card sleeves, way heavier than card sleeves. Somebody's going to get one with a broken seal. I have to break the seal in order to show you. This is a nice, you can hear it. It's not a card sleeve. It is way heavier. It's like a 3. What does it say? Does it say what the mill is on this?
It's like the folder, the pocket folders that you have the plastic around, and then you slide a little thing along the side.
Yeah, I don't know that they're quite as heavy as that, but they are similar in nature to the report covers. That's what Margie was describing as a report cover with the slides down the back. I don't know that they're quite that heavy, but I'm going to say this is 3 to 4 times as heavy as a card sleeve. And so they're going to be way more durable. You put your dies on here, you slide it in, you can label them here, but you can still see through this to see the dies. Now you can flip through your die collection, and you can just keep them in an open box. So we have the 5 by 5s. I have purple, clear, and pink sleeves. If you love them, if you buy them, I will bring more colors if you want them. We also have, next size up, medium. This is, what size? This is 6 by 7-ish, 6 by 7, I think. 5.5. So let me rephrase. 5.5 by 7. Or maybe 5.5 by 6.5. It's in that range, guys. I don't have a good ruler here. But 25 sheets to a pack. I'm making an investment in shipping in this for you. You just know that. That is like a brick. 25 to a pack.
Online, your vintage color is called Poppy Red.
Oh, okay. This is Poppy Red. Thank you.
Just in case people are looking for things.
Okay, it's Poppy Red online. Okay, she didn't give me the clear, but I'm sure I have the clear in this one. Oh, I have to clear in my hand. There we go. There we go. There's your colors again. We got your purple. We got, it's called violet, poppy red, and clear. And that one, I'm always on the lookout for perfect devices. Look at the size of this one. This is big. This is like a 9x6 maybe. I'm going to guesstimate that's what this is. This is 6.5 wide. And I'm going to say about 9 inches long. It's big. And again, all that is weighs 3 pounds. I don't know if you can put dies on both sides of the magnets. Can you try that out while we are continuing on through here?
Yes.
I'll get one of these magnet sheets out.
I'd let you.
Maybe it could be Peter Pink, she says. I'm going to let you dig that magnet out because it's really stuck to the rest of them. So you're probably going to have to open the package. Maybe you could demo it for us when you just bring it back and show us what you...
It feels almost like a 30, no? Maybe, which is nice. It's not too flimsy at all.
Okay, so I'm setting these aside. Margie's going to find some dies and put on there. And we'll answer that question. Okay. All right. We have some new rice papers that just came in. Look at this. For those of you who are like me, love the ocean. There we are. We have a seahorse. We have a turtle. We have fish. I see at least 2, maybe 3 cards out of that piece. That's beautiful. Rice paper. And look at this one for our guys. The plane, the eagle. What I got here in the corner? This is like drawings to build. I think it's the whole idea is they're looking at birds in flight to design the wings of the plane. I think that's what we have here. But it's really beautiful. This would be beautiful framed. I love it.
Alice, to answer your question, there are 25 large magnets, but the storage pouches have 50.
Yes. So that it's 1 pack of magnets to, or excuse me, 2 packs of magnets to 1 pack of storage sheets. Okay. I told you I would keep bringing in more colors of these. These are those Zig Pens. So I'm doing that. We have white offray ribbon in our offerings now. We didn't have the white color before, so those are in there. We have the feather edge, the 1/8 inch and the 1/4 inch in white. We have these Zig Pens now. These are called Zig Clean Color. These are, when I told you, are really, really light, but they have an unbelievably sharp little point at the end of these brush markers, which make them really, really fine for detail work. And we have here it is, carmine red. And we have dull blue, Persian blue, fluorescent pink, light carmine, deep blue, cornflower blue, Persian green, fluorescent green, and pink flamingo to add to our collection of pens. We have quite a few colors in those now. I'm just keep continuing to build a few each order until we get to the full collection. These are some stamps that I ran across that I thought, they're called texture stamps, and I thought these stamps right here, I'm actually going to post these into the gel plate area because they're just fabulous textures
just for me
for gel plating. Look at that. There they are. Do you need a package open too so we can see them in the pack? And did they go on front and back or just on one side?
They do go on front and back, but if I take a section of magnet away from one side, it weakens the pull on the other. Does that make sense?
So it weakens one side if you, okay.
Yeah.
So
one side
we're recommending you do one side. You can do two sides, but we're recommending one side because it weakens the magnetic hold to put them on both sides.
Well, it's just that one side already has a weaker pull, and so if you didn't have the magnet on the other side kind of holding it in place, it will fall off.
Okay.
But if you've got something in place, then
okay.
So if you want them on one side, you want to use them as two-sided. You'll need to make sure that you kind of match up your size guides with what's there.
Okay. Let's slide them into a sleeve. And do you need a sleeve? Need a sleeve. Pop that one open. We'll demo that. Okay. While she's doing that, I have 6 new colors of Dream Drops. They worked so well on the gel plates that I just felt like we needed all the colors of, was that not the large?
Oh, perfect.
I felt like we needed the full selection of colors available in Dream Drops. So we now have, actually I don't know if it's the full selection. I just bought what they had. This is...
We got Cloud 9 back in. It was missing. We'd run up through it all.
This is Dream Drops. This is Enchanted Elder. Enchanted Elder. This is Cloud 9. This is the one that I used kind of as a base for everything. Fairy Wings is back. This is Lemon Twist. Ooh, this lemon color is new and absolutely beautiful. Look at that. The lemon has kind of a peach cast that it throws off the lemon. It's beautiful. This one is Frosted Lake, which is new. And this one is Gold Luxe, which is not brand new. We had it before, but it's been out for a long time. So new Dream Drops colors. We have, this is the Couture Creations blender pen for alcohol ink. And I mentioned this last week, but these jars of our super ultra fine glitter, our very high quality glitter, are back in. Margie sat and packaged all that for you. And that's what I had in my box here. Now, I have a couple things I still want to show you, and Margie's still getting her little demo on the storage sheets ready for us. So let me move this stuff back to the box. I will be putting some of these memory box dies under its bargain. It's not there yet, but it will be before the night's over. Wow, I had a lot of product on my desk. And Margie's been taking a lot of it off the other side of the desk, so there was a lot there. Okay, those rice papers are gorgeous. Love those. want to make sure I protect those from those big heavy magnet boards getting squished up there. Okay, now I got to show you some things I'm really excited about. I alluded to these when I was talking to you earlier last week as I was working in the pod that I found a treasure. I found a treasure, guys. I found a treasure. What I found was some personal stamp exchange. These are very hard to find now. You might find some on eBay. You might find some. I haven't looked to see if they're on Etsy. I can tell you they will be, but they're not going to be at the price I'm going to offer them to you. These are stickers are printed in 2003. All of these are printed round about 2003. I have checked them. They're still wonderfully sticky and viable. So you don't have to worry about that. But you will not have seen some of these for a very long time. Let's go through them. Let's talk about the Susan Branch. These, I know where these came from. These came from one of the scrapbook stores I bought locally, had rolls of Susan Branch stickers. The thing I love about Susan Branch is that she does such an amazing job of exemplifying the pure joy of the season. These stickers, I'm confident in saying they are long out of production because they're almost 20 years old. So I can't imagine that they're still out there and active on the roll. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I looked on eBay and they were selling them for like $5 a sheet. I'm not going to raise my prices to that level. I am going to sell them for about what these would have sold for back in the day. So I'm putting these up at what would have been close to the original price. There's 2 sheets in these packs and I'm doing them for $2.99. So it's $1.50 a sheet for these treasured Susan Branch. Am I saying that right? Susan Branch? Susan Branch. Anyway, stickers. So we got those, that style. We also have this one. Oops, some of these are that same style. And then we have the elf on a shelf in the middle. We have joy. We have love. We have the little birds. Christmas love. This one is called Christmas Love. Once again, approximately 2003 production date. I put them up for $2.99. If you look around, you'll see them for about $5 to $6 a sheet. So pretty good. Let's look at, do you have okay, Margie has a sample for us. She took our dies from this is a big hunky-dory set. And you can see how well this fits the magnet sheet. You could probably even put more on.
Yeah.
When I do them, what I'm more likely to do is, rather than putting them on both sides, which she was able to do, by the way. See, she's got these on one side and these on the other, and they do hold.
Yeah.
But when you pull this out, the weaker side is going to drop some of the magnets when you pull it out. So for day-to-day storage use, it's probably fine, but you have to use a bit of caution when you pull them out that you're not losing any of your dies.
I also would recommend that you put them in once you slide your magnet sheet into the pouch because it makes it easier to slide in the hole. Otherwise, the
Oh.
dies are thick enough that they kind of want to
Over.
hang up on the
Oh, okay.
back.
Are you guys hearing that okay? That's a great suggestion, Margie. She says, put the dies in after you slide the magnet into the sheet because it makes it easier to put the dies on rather than trying to slide the sheet that's got all those heavy dies on it in and having it hang up on the magnets trying to go through.
And because it's nice and mobile, you can stick your hand on it
Yeah.
and it's not going to tear your pouch or anything.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I think, for the ones that we use in the shop, and I do intend to use some of these, is I'm going to put the original packaging in. I'll put the sleeve in, and then I'll put the card from who the manufacturer is so I can keep track of who made different dies. And that is going to be great. So there we go. Answers to our questions. I will give those back so you can
put them back
away, and we can put the stuff back in the packages. Unless we just want to keep that one out since we've already started. That's probably not a bad idea. Okay, let me show you some of my other treasures. Personal stamp exchange. Take a look at these. Personal Stamp Exchange has been out of business for years. We all mourn the loss of their stamps because they had some of the most beautifully detailed stamps ever. And they have done a beautiful job on these stickers of coloring them in, making them gorgeous. I believe these are clear backgrounds, although I do not know that for sure. I guess I could find out. I did test them and make sure that the stickers are viable and they are perfect. I just want to know, yes, they are. They're clear backgrounds. I can see it when I pull it out that it's on a clear background sheet. And they do peel nicely. They'll peel right up for you, so you don't have to worry about the stickers being bad. I have these in for $2.99. I was looking at eBay. Now, sometimes eBay is full of people with big dreams and wishes, but they were in for as much as $10.99 a sheet. Will they sell them? I don't know. Not if you're one of our customers, because you'll get them for a lot less. Only have a few of these. Look at the cardinal. Beautiful. I'm going to be listing Britt's Bargain later today, Roberta. The actual prices will be in the system. Here's the Christmas wreath. In the eyes of children, find the joy of Christmas. In their hearts, we find its meaning. The faces on these are amazing. Just the detail in Personal Stamp Exchange is remarkable. And just because I love you, I'm probably going to knock a little bit off of my very reasonable price on these so that you can get an extra special deal on Britt's Bargain. So I just now decided that. So I'm going to knock a little bit extra off because you're you. But these are a find. These are a treasure. You will not find most of these, and if you do, they are very expensive for Personal Stamp Exchange. This one's called the Christmas House. Just beautiful. I mean, there's a card right there. And these Personal Stamp Exchange have 2 sheets per. They're 2 sheets per pack. So there's a beautiful card right there. Christmas house. This one's called Hollyhock Cottage. I love this one. The colors are so beautiful. Look at those pink, beautiful flowers, and then the flowers surrounding that beautiful little cottage. Love that. They'll be in our store on an ongoing basis, and for as long as we have them at $2.99, you're going to get a special deal because you're you. And when I push them out to Etsy, eBay, if I go to Amazon, I can't actually put these on Amazon. Amazon wouldn't accept them. Sometimes they do that because they've had special deals with manufacturers. And even though this manufacturer's out of business, they still wouldn't accept the listing. So this one's the rooster and chickens. And it says, the rooster may crow, but the hen delivers the goods.
That's right. And don't you forget nothing.
And again, each of these packs have 2 stickers. Look at this one. This is like a whole swarm of cards wanting to be made. Imagine getting your stickles after these ornaments, ladies. Oh my gosh. Look at these beautiful ornaments. Both Margie and I have been swooning over them. Oh man, I just want to use some like gold stickles on some of these. See where they are outlining in gold. Aren't they beautiful? I only have about a dozen sheets of these. 1 sheet per listing in this big one. This one's called Holiday Ornaments. There's 1 sheet per pack in this one. I just want to decorate those ornaments further with some glitter. Oh, I really want to. Okay, 2 more. These are very vintagey. They had the original price tag from 20 years ago on them. I put them back up for the same price. These are Debbie Mum. This is snowmen sledding. It's absolutely so cute with little snowman or with little snowflake stickers. These sold for $1.90 or for $1.09 20 years ago. They're still selling for $1.09, 1 sheet per pack. What you see in here is what you get. Bryce is here saying, "What are you doing running so long?"
Yes.
Because we're having fun. And this one, oh my gosh, this was a treasure too. This is Thomas Kinkade clear stickers. They are gold alphabet done in an absolutely gorgeous cursive font. We have uppercase, lowercase, and numbers on each sheet with a little bit of Thomas Kinkade artwork in the corner. Aren't they beautiful? Yes. And once again, these actually say on them printed in 2003. Copyright 2003, Thomas Kinkade Media Arts Group. I don't know, about 10 of these. They're just fabulous. Really, really beautiful. So I just put these out there in the last moments before I came on air. I have not discounted them yet, but they will be just for you because I'm going to charge what they're worth for on the other store platforms. But for you, they will be discounted because I promised you I was going to bring you something special. And we will also have some memory box dies on special this week. None of them have been discounted to the Brits bargain price yet, so hang on just a little bit and I'll have those for you. Do you have any questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom for me, guys?
Sorry for being noisy out there, guys.
Well, you kind of had to be noisy to do the demo you were doing. Any questions? Any comments? Are you all just kind of in a fog at this point since you've been on the air for over an hour and a half? and some of you an hour before that, because Mr. Bryce put the time up wrong. We'll get him for it. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we will be doing more of our sparkling Christmas. We are doing the penguins, the family fun tomorrow. We're doing the penguins tomorrow. If you don't have your kit, get your kit. They're going fast. They are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. A lot of this is selling out, a lot of the sparkling season. I was able to reorder a couple of them, additional stock of just a couple of the topper sets and a few more luxury kits. But man, we are not going to have these too long. Hit that, smash that like button if you didn't do it yet, guys. Please.
Says you've done a great job of tempting us.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a compliment. Pat on your back, Debbie. Pat on your back.
All righty. So if there are no questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, we will see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Thursdays, we meet at 4 o'clock Pacific time. For you East Coasters, that's East Coast time, that's 7. And apply the correct time zone to your own situation. But 4 o'clock Eastern time, 4 o'clock Western time, Pacific time. Let's try that again, Pacific time. We'll be here at 4 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow. At whatever time that is for you, we'll see you then. And with that fine bit of wisdom, I'm going to say good night, Gracie.